Hey guys, before we start this episode, I wanted to talk to you about Type 1 lifting. So, Type 1 lifting is a clothing line that proceeds of the shirts and tanks and everything else goes to the Children's Diabetes Foundation. This all came about with me and seeing a 5-year-old girl in the emergency department that had new onset of diabetes. Just take a look at the website. It's www.type1lifting.com. So just check it out. If you don't buy anything, that's perfectly fine. I would just like for you just to take a look and just see what we have. So, like I said before, www.type1lifting.com. And guys, I hope you enjoy the show. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Liftoff. Thank you for tuning in. So today I have two things I want to talk about. The first one is Jillian Michaels bashing CrossFit again, and my diabetes weekend review and how much it's been an absolute poop show. The first topic is Jillian Michaels posted a Instagram TV post on her Instagram feed, and once again she talks about how she's bashing CrossFit. She actually did this in 2018. I believe it was an interview with Shape Magazine, and the whole CrossFit community just absolutely just went in and just gave it to her. She was talking for this interview that this IGTV post that she did. She talked about how all of her friends got injured, and she's tried Olympic weightlifting, and she just doesn't feel like it's good for her, or whatever. I really didn't watch the full video, which I really should have, but I really just don't care about her. So here's my 2 cents about it. I love CrossFit. It's all on my pages: Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. This podcast is leaning towards CrossFit. Um, I like it because I used to do the typical bro split, and the thing I like about CrossFit is you could always change different things here and there, and it's always scalable. If you don't feel like you could do the movement, you could scale it to something else. For example, if you can't do a pull up, you could do ring rows. If you can't do wall ball shots with a 20-pound wall ball, drop the weight down to like an 8-pound wall ball. Just there's the options are all over the place. If let's say a company posts an RX version, you could scale every single piece of that except for running. Actually, you could scale running too. You could do something else. You could walk. Uh, but I love CrossFit. But she talks about Olympic weightlifting. I think there's some people that can't do Olympic weightlifting. The reason why I say that is because they don't have the mobility to do the lifts. They can't, get the bar overhead, and their shoulders are too tight that they can't. It's always going forward, so the bar is going to fall forward. Um, my thing with Olympic weightlifting when I teach my clients is, just work on the barbell or working a PVC pipe or even like a 20-pound barbell or whatever. The main thing is just get the form down right. Once you get the form down, the weight will go up. And just don't get discouraged because you see other people on social media throwing up ridiculous numbers. I mean, there's people that I've seen that throw up some crazy numbers, and I'm like, wow, that's amazing. I'm nowhere near that, and I've told myself, there's no way I'm going to ever get to that. I do have some numbers I do want to hit, but we'll see what happens. Also, with Jillian Michaels bashing CrossFit, some of the workout videos that she's posted are absolutely ridiculous. One of them was you can jump. She had two Bosu balls, and she was doing a push up and pushing off one Bosu ball to get onto another one. That's not dangerous. Or the way she was doing kettlebell swings, there's a whole bunch of videos on that. If you follow like a whole bunch of people, um, she pulls the kettlebell way back behind her, which can cause back injuries. Um, yeah, I mean, yeah, you can get injured in CrossFit, but I mean, you can get injured in a HIIT class. You can get injured on a machine. You can get injured. It's just working on form. So that's my 2 cents. I think, there's people that can do CrossFit. All you guys can do CrossFit. But Olympic weightlifting, that's another thing. So if you guys want to try it, get a professional and just see what their 2 cents are if they think you could do it, um, and just go from there. Also, I want to talk about my diabetes week in review. So for this week, my numbers have been all over the place. To be honest with you, I thought I had the vid. I'm not saying the full thing because I don't want anything to happen to my podcast. Um, so I got tested yesterday. Well, actually, if this comes out, it'll be 2 days ago. It came out negative. But the weird thing is I would hit high numbers like 220 or 250, and then I would just stay flatlined. Even though I would take insulin to just get my blood sugar down, it just would not go down. And so I would be like hours, like 2 hours, that it would finally go down. But I would be taking insulin like every half hour or every hour just to get down a little bit. It and so then that obviously when you do that, I start crashing. So it's like I don't know what to do. And even at night too, before I go to bed, you just see with the Dexcom meter, just the whole line just goes way up, and I've hit like 300, taking a bunch of insulin, and it just does not go down, and it doesn't go down till like 3 o'clock in the morning. Um, and that's why I probably haven't gotten that much great sleep because my alarm keeps on going off and it's super annoying. So I think I'm actually going to be doing some very, very low carb dinners before I go to bed so I don't get that huge digestive, spike in my blood sugar. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know if you guys have had this issue before, but it's super frustrating. And then it didn't get any better where my sensor just kept on blacking out. So it would work for a little while, and then it would stop. And then like stop for like an hour or two, and then kick back in again. And so I got so sick and tired of it, I put a new sensor in, and now it's working perfectly. Thank goodness. But I really don't know what to do. Is it my insulin that I'm not like? Do I need a new type of insulin for it to work? I have no clue. If you guys have any ideas on this, super frustrating. Hopefully this week will get be a little bit better. Um, just hit me up on Instagram and just DM me because this is like really, really frustrating for me because I definitely want to get. I mean, I want to have great numbers. I want to have a straight line. I've had a straight line on my sensor for I think was like a couple weeks ago, and I felt really good about myself. But I mean, I try not to beat myself up with my blood sugar, but it just gets frustrating. This week was very, very frustrating for me, and it was, you know, not fun. I mean, hearing it from my wife, like, why is your sugars up? And then like looking at the monitor and like your phone going off every single like 20 minutes saying you have high blood sugar and the arrows just going straight, and you're just like it's just you get really fed up. So um, I love to get your 2 cents on what I could do. Maybe switch insulin or what, but we'll see what happens. So this episode that's coming out on Tuesday is with Christopher McMahon. um, he is a functional personal trainer, not with CrossFit. The way that he trains his clients is a lot different compared to what I've seen with people. So it's pretty cool. And I mean, this guy, he's all about like the mindset mentality, which is super cool. And I really enjoyed this podcast with this interview with him. So, and I hope you enjoy. All right. I hope you guys have a great next of the week, and we'll go from there.